the basically the tower pushers, the people that just ignored minions, ignored champions, basically fed themselves to towers to get the towers down. Pantheon TF, Sivir, those types of champions that could just either ulti in or, you know, push a turret very quickly. They really wanted to, I think, stem that off too.
And you know what I like doing in my free time? Pushing turrets. Oh, baby.
Mr. Jester, do you have any particular opinion on the patch notes of this week?
There's a lot of bug fixes going in, a lot of different changes. The new hero will take a little bit getting used to. This Pantheon, we'll have to see where that goes. Maybe next patch is just gonna like go right back to nerfing him, and he'll fade away yet again into the bookshelves where he debatably belongs. But I have seen another thread out there saying that instead of all these fixes going in, they've actually broken a lot of stuff. You were talking about Leona. Okay, good. She's getting these buffs. Oh, what's that? You can't trigger her passive. It's a documented bug, and it's already less than 24 hours out. Gangplank hitting max stacks on his auto attacks apparently already as well. I saw a whole thread about that. And, you know, I like the idea of patch notes, but when they go up there and they're actually backwards, yeah. It kind of belies. It's like, oh, I'm pulling a fast one on you. But also, the whole note about the kill-death things resetting, that kind of just reminds me of the whole jungle note that we had Ginsu throw up there. It's just like, yeah, we're going to try to nerf that so when you overextend, you don't die. So now you can actually abuse this whole kill set resetting thing, or kill streak resetting, by not dying to heroes. Just like, okay, yeah. I'm really low, they got a global, there's no one near me, no one's been around me for 15 seconds, I'm just going to go feed myself to this creep, and then, you know, 10 seconds later, Gangplank throws down his cannons or whatever. It's like, nope, already dead, too late, or you're being chased, you just feed yourself to a tower. I think that was brought up a little bit earlier, and just like, you know, a tower was slain, you've been executed. Okay, well, I kept my kill streak, you don't have it, I kept it. I don't know if I like that so much.
Yeah, it's really easy to abuse, and the culture of the game is to abuse anything that's possible to abuse to get the upper hand, and that's what this is, and that's what will happen. But it's also, you're only going to be able to do that sometimes. I mean, most people rather just not die, but
one of the things I was looking at right here, added a new in-game option for borderless windowed mode.
Yeah.
No shift, whatever the hell
well,
it is.
I've been streaming borderless windowed mode for 2 months. So.
Yeah, there was
okay, great.
we had a great little like cheat fix. It wasn't the shift click or whatever the hell you call it, that program. It was just you had to edit the config file. I forgot which one it was, but it was in our forums. And it worked well, and I've been playing in borderless windowed mode for a long time now too, but you know, now that they added a nice way of doing it, then finally everybody else who's not so Google savvy, I guess, to look up crap, will be able to do it.
Yeah.
Attack move is now more predictable in targeting the closest enemy. That's interesting also, because that's one thing I found kind of weird. If you hit Alt A click, it just kind of shoots at random.
It's even worse as melee. It's just like, alright, I'm gonna go hit this creep, and you walk right by him.
Yeah.
And you hit his buddy, and then he dies, and you didn't get the last hit. And
yeah.
So that was a very needed change, especially if you hop between different MOBAs. Like Realm of the Titans, you shift A click or you A click, great, you hit the closest creep.
Yeah.
Heroes of North, you hit the closest creep. I come to LoL, he runs off.
I'm going to get his brother.
Like you play a few games that beat everyone every day, or even if you go off and play something else, you come back to it, you're like, oh yeah, that's right, I gotta actually manually, fix this, and just so I do welcome that change. I like that. They're bringing it in line with everyone else.
Yeah, there's a lot of other things. All right, quick thing. What is everybody's opinion on what is the most thing they need to fix right this second? Like, relatively easy, not like, oh, they need observer mode, but a quick fix that they should do today, besides fix Leona. You know, other than stuff that just broke.
They should have a in-game weed growing FAQ. It just seems like it would really fit with the gameplay.
Yeah, because a lot of people on here rage really hard. So if people were more stoned, they would not rage as hard, and they would probably be like, dude, you totally died 10 times to that one champion in the first 5 minutes. It's okay, man.
Yeah, and I mean, then you get the jester hats and everybody would like it. But yeah, on a almost more serious note, and less silly, just the strange melee effects. I mean, just sometimes things just don't seem to work quite how they should. But that might have something just horribly due to how the game was made. Just the sheer design.
Jester, you have any opinion on what one thing they should fix right now?
Well, I do. It's not really more of a mechanics, but a pause function would go a long way, especially in the competitive scene. It's simply because we've all seen it. I mean, we had DreamHack, we got all the National ESL, we got Riot in-game against other people. Somebody disconnects, you bounce on it. It's just like, all right, 4v5, we're going to push as hard as we can. Well, look, you found him in a bush. He's now dead. He's lost his kill streak. He's back at base. 20 minutes later, he'll reconnect to, like, a dead base.
Yeah.
More often than not. That happened at least 3 or 4 times that I saw at the DreamHack, and a pause function would have been extremely useful, would have definitely changed the tides of the game. We might have even had a different victor, who knows, at that point. But, I mean, that's nothing that you can just drop in there. I mean, you have to have a lot of timing, programming behind it. But it is kind of noteworthy to point out, League of Legends is the only MOBA I have still yet to play without a pause. And it still irks the hell out of me.
Yeah, because one big thing with StarCraft is you could pause and fix glitches or fix problems like your headphones. You see a lot of problems where they'll start the game and they'll even like in the top, finals, and then suddenly he'll pause it because his headphones aren't working, or he can hear the crowd or whatever. So,
yeah, MLG made great use of the pause functions. Like, pause, cut to the casters, talk about something, they get it all fixed. Okay, good, resume. Gone.
Yep.
Yeah. Useful. Yeah.
Vaniel?
It adds in ability.
Yes, sir.
Your opinion on what one thing needs to be fixed right now?
I'm with Forecourt Jester on this one. I mean, I think it's a pause feature would be very nice. I think it's something that's needed. And
how would you counter it? Like in StarCraft, you have the pause that I can unpause.
Well, I think to go one step further, I think it would be useful if they implemented something like, if a person doesn't come back after a certain amount of time, you could say open it up, and someone else that's willing to could just drop on in and finish the game. Could be your fifth person.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Because
a game can join already in as character.
I mean, some people legitimately do sometimes have emergency stuff like that, and I'm not talking about in the pro scene, but just in everyday games, people do have emergency stuff does happen, and it would be nice to be able to just have someone drop in.
Yeah, like I was playing a game and my CPU cooler decided it was time to break the bracket and came off of the motherboard.
That was awesome.
So
that was awesome.
I was loading the game. Game went boop, and then my computer went ooh, and I said, and I couldn't get back into the game because it took me an hour and a half to get another bracket off of one of my other computers and put it all back together, and then scream some more, and I was very upset because I wanted to be the one person with no leaves, but damn it, couldn't help that one. So I have one leave because my computer. Who the hell makes a plastic bracket that breaks under the pressure of a CPU cooler?
You've had that happen to you twice, haven't you?
Well, yes, the same bracket.
You know what's funny? I have never, ever seen a computer that's had that problem. I can't.
I've seen a lot of computers too.
I've never, ever seen a computer that broke all the brackets.
I'm special like that. So, anyway, moving along. That about does it for our patch notes. There was a little tidbit regarding spectator mode that I saw when I was perusing the forums, and RJ Combo wrote that with the announcement of Dominion, there's a number of you wondering what's going on with spectator mode, which is a reasonable question. We showed it live at Season 1 Championship at DreamHack, blah, blah, blah. Just wanted to let you know that, yes, we are still working on it. It's actually a pretty large, complicated system, and we're working hard to make sure that everything will work smoothly at launch and beyond. So we have exciting plans for spectator modes, which makes me want to speculate. While they can't talk about a release date, that is drawing closer. So, I make you choke on your drink. So they're gonna give us another live demonstration at Gamescom and PAX, which Gamescom hasn't happened yet, but the PAX I thought already happened, didn't it?
Nope.
Nope?
No, PAX
Okay.
Prime is coming up. There's 2 PAXs.
Oh, well, see, there we go. The other problem is I can't listen to everything at work like I used to because they changed the rules, so I can't keep up with the gaming scene as I used to. But
They don't let you wander around talking to yourself
no,
anymore?
I can't wander around with my Bluetooth headset talking to myself anymore because it's a health hazard. Because when they went to a meeting, some retard apparently almost got one of his coworkers killed because he had a earbud thingy in.
Oh.
We will let that go. It's another argument for another day. So that was about it for spectator mode. So they're working on it. It's whenever the hell they think they can get it done. So now we're going to have a quick preview, which excuse me.
I wish
Manuals-
I did APM statistic. Yeah,
APM
well,
statistic?
I mean, you only have what, 4 abilities, 5, 6.
Are they
Yeah,
really
here's
going to
the
put an
nerd.
APM statistic on the spectator mode?
Well, I mean, there's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
Built
Although-
into StarCraft, right?
Yeah,
Built into
well, but
Heroes of Newer.
StarCraft, it can actually be a valid indicator of your actual skill because you have so many different... StarCraft's based upon macro management of not thousands, but hundreds of units or things or whatever at one time, so being able to select everything individually is great. Whereas in League or other MOBAs, except for like Dota, where you can still select your character, you can't not click on your own character. So if you right-click, you're always going to move. I don't see much of a point in a APM monitor for League. It seems kind of silly.
I mean,
Or
it would be
unnecessary.
interesting, but it's not one of those things that you would be able to judge anything on.
Yeah.
You know, it's like knowing someone's favorite color. I mean, it's interesting and it can be useful, but it's not really. That's a sexy hat, sir.
Whoa!
John, you just dropped.
I did. Fucking A.
Yeah,
Anyway,
where-
well, it's a
where'd
great
he go?
time to cut to the Gracchus video while I try and fix this. So,
Gracchus, no, not Gracchus.
Oh man, Gracchus, really?
Not Gracchus.
not
it's
Gragus.
Gragas.
Gragus, sorry.
Very different
Oh
things.
shit! What did you just do?
Hi everyone, I'm Daniel, and this is a new segment that is going to be part of our show each week. And
I don't know how loud the audio is.
Oh,
6 minutes,
right, there we
go through
go.
a champion, give you some
Check
good
that shit
builds,
out.
talk about them a little bit, what they're good for, how to combo with them. In some cases, we have no sound. As
We
well
have
as
no
let you
sound.
guys
It's
know what
playing,
roles
but it's
they
just
can
really
play.
quiet, so
the
we'll-
first episode that we
We'll,
have, as you can see, is Gragas.
I guess we're going to upload this to YouTube under the Perfect Rain
Oh,
archive.
look at
so
it go!
he
Look at it
does.
go!
Van, you'll kind of give us a quick rundown of like what you talked about and stuff in here while it's playing, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, there.
Well,
I don't think.
what I wanted to do was have have like a little 5 or 6 minute video each. Little 5 or 6 minute video each week, just looking at a certain champion. So this week I did Gragas, and I didn't necessarily go through, exactly what's going on in the video. I wanted to go and sort of just show people, certain things that I did. I wanted to talk a little bit about different kinds of builds, and I thought Gragas was a good champion to start with, since he can be built as an AP most commonly, or as a tank as well. I prefer to play him as a tank, so when you watch the video, keep that in mind. And there's some pretty good clips on there. There's one where I get jumped by a Blitzcrank, an Alistair, and an Annie. And I'm actually able to get away just because I stacked Magic Resist and jumped over, or body slammed myself over some walls. Some really nice combo moves there. So take a look at it when you get a chance. It's a cool video. They will get better. I knew nothing about Photoshop, about Adobe Premiere or anything before going into this, so just keep that in mind. But all in all, I think it turned out pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, it looks good. You followed the action really well, which is hard to do on a game that doesn't have spectator mode or any way to, watch old games, as far as I know.
Yeah.
Replays?
I mean,
Yes. Replays.
following the action can be difficult, so we'll see. Yeah.
So I've
Doing
got
good.
to hurry up and. What the hell happened to my thing? I have no idea. Anyway, so I guess continuing on, we're running into a small technical difficulty here. Let me get the video up. Somebody want to take over the next topic, which is pretty much Dota 2 now. Who wants to start off with Dota 2? They're doing a tournament for $1 million. $1 million. Who thinks that's a bit absurd?
I
Not
don't.
absurd at all. StarCraft 2 has $1 million paid out over GSL for the entire year.
Yeah.
Yeah.